you let me know when you're ready to talk, because what I'm going to do is edit this anyway.
Okay. And we talking to each other, not the camera, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Talking to each other, not the camera.
Alright.
All the good stuff.
Turn this way a little bit.
We can. I know.
Let me get comfy.
There you go.
There we go. I'm comfy.
Let me
now.
make sure it's in the.
You can turn it if you need it.
Just to make sure we good. You know, conversation wise, you can see faces. That's important, so people can know who you are. All right, so we'll get started. Good afternoon.
Hey, what's going on?
This is your girl Erica L from Brown Girl Table Talk. I have with me today Mr. Curtis Hill, aka
SP.
SP in the house. So just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself. By the way, this is our We Didn't Make This Ish Up segment. So today this is just candid conversation with Mr. Curtis Hill. So the ladies out here, you know, I'm gonna try to ask the questions that nobody asking. Get in there.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was raised in the country, Maysville, North Carolina.
Ooh, I never.
Most people don't. So you know where Jacksonville is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's right next to Jacksonville, sandwiched in between Jacksonville and New Bern.
Okay.
Yep. Very small town, one stoplight to this day.
Okay.
One high school. Grew up playing basketball, that good stuff, and I moved to Raleigh after college.
Okay.
So I've been here ever since '05.
That's what's up.
So Raleigh's cool, and I've very recently gotten into kind of producing my own poetry events.
Oh wow.
And so I've been writing for a long time, but kind of wanted to start doing something a little more with it. And basically what I did was, I don't want to say I came up with the concept, but kind of decided to have a little twist where instead of me actually performing, I write the work and have other artists come in and perform the work. So
you mean to tell me if you write something I can perform?
Well, I need to see some video of you, then I need to see you live.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of sit down and...
You know, I'm coming out my shell.
Okay.
I will tell you this because I usually don't record. I'm good at public speaking. I've gotten in front of many people, tons of people, and spoken, but never really thought of it as it being a career or anything else.
Right.
So this is like new, not completely new, but totally new for me. This video thing and all this other stuff. Yeah.
Right.
So, okay. So you can write me a piece. I can be like.
Listen, I'm always down. I was scouting last night in Chapel Hill.
Okay.
I'm always looking for new artists, actresses, people who haven't done it before. I'm always keeping my eyes peeled, listening to voices, and then I just kind of go through my process with everything.
So do you stay within the local area, or are you open to traveling?
Oh, I'm definitely open to traveling. I'm looking for my next show, and I can't say too much because my business manager and host, Crystal the Muse, would kill me.
Shout out to Crystal!
Shout out to Crystal!
Woo-hoo! I love Crystal. I love her energy. I love what she does. She is amazing.
She's dope.
Yeah, she is
super dope.
She is.
But I am bringing some artists from out of town for the next show. And then the goal is by the end of the year to have at least touched Charlotte.
Okay.
And then from there on to Atlanta.
Amazing. I may have some connections for you in the DMV area.
Okay, definitely going
up
that way.
You ever been to Bus Boys and Poets?
Yo, I have not been up there yet.
Oh my God.
One of my friends, shout out Janelle, was trying to get me to go up there a couple of weeks ago. But I have some other stuff here in town to take care of. But I heard it's dope.
They are amazing. The food is amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. They are big on, you know, the culture.
Right.
Big on the culture. Very diverse. A lot of people come through there. You know, amazing people.
Yeah, I go up to Baltimore. I'll actually be up there tomorrow night.
Okay.
But I have yet to go to Bus Boys and Poets. That is on my list of things to do before the summer hits.
So with that being said, like I said, this segment is we didn't make this ish up. I didn't make it up. Nobody else made the shit up. So we're talking candidly. I will say that you and I, we've had great greetings in regards to you being supportive. I will say that I really appreciate you taking your network hat on and putting it on, taking it off, actually sharing things with me in regards to networking. And And I appreciate that because not everybody does that. I think
It's true.
sometimes it's the crab, some people have the crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah, yeah. If
So,
you win, I can't win. You know what I'm saying? That
exactly.
type of thing.
Right.
I've had a lot of people that have helped me out
Mhm.
from a very young age up until now.
Mhm.
So for me, it's kind of innate almost.
Okay.
And I have a saying that I say where it goes, "Lest you give your gift away, you're but a thief."
Okay.
And so that's not only just your gift, as in what you've been gifted with.
Mhm.
Like for me, writing is a gift.
Mhm.
So if I don't give it away, I'm a thief. But it's also it spills over into other things in life as well, such as
Right.
just kind of giving whatever tidbits I've learned.
Right. Absolutely.
And I'm always learning and looking to learn from other people. I learned some stuff last night. I was watching Part of My Ashes, Diaz Will show, which we were talking
Right.
about
Mhm.
a little bit earlier, and just how he ended his show,
Okay.
and the acknowledgments that he did and how he did them. It taught me something because then in my head I'm playing back to my first two shows like, man, I didn't quite say it like that,
Right.
and that
Right.
sounds a little better. So I'm always looking to learn and then always looking to pass on.
So, do you have any upcoming shows that's coming up?
So we have not announced anything
Okay.
yet.
Not announced.
Um,
It's coming, but
it's
not
coming.
announced.
It's coming. Within the next 2 weeks, I should have two shows that'll be announced.
Okay.
One for March and then one for May.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stay tuned. We'll definitely add it to our website. We'll definitely add your event to our
I
Facebook,
appreciate
all our
it.
social media outlets, so
Right.
that everybody can get in contact with you. So we're gonna dig a little deeper.
Okay.
So, for example, I know before we decided to go live, we were talking a little bit about relationships and things of that
Oh
nature.
Lord. Let me get my water.
Well, you gonna get your water. Well, I mean, I call it Love Month, if that's what everybody want to call
Love
it,
month.
Valentine's Day
Jesus
or
Christ.
whatever. I think that, of course, that's just a holiday, but I think love needs to be expressed 365 days in a year, every day,
About
regardless of what.
200 days.
About 200.
You gotta take you gotta take some time off for love sometimes.
Okay.
200 days out of the year.
All right. So with that being said, like where, I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but
No, what's up? Come on, let's go. We're going deep. Let's
so
go.
where we, like where are you? Are you single? Are you mingling?
I am single.
Okay, by
Um,
choice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm single by choice. Me and my ex broke up about a year or so ago.
Mhm.
And then kind of, I guess, really officially broke up in the
And you
thing.
had that little thing in between,
Right.
and then like, okay.
Several months ago. So I'm single. I tell people my girlfriend is my show, Inspired.
Okay.
I just, right now I don't want to be, um, I don't want to be responsible for anyone's
Okay.
feelings and emotions.
Right.
It's a big responsibility, and if two people aren't on the same page more often than not, then it doesn't work out well.
Well, you know what? I definitely respect you for doing that, even saying that because, or even putting it out there because the reality is most people don't really care about somebody else's emotions.
This is true.
They date, they meet people, girls meet guys, guys meet girls,
Right.
and they connect in one way, shape, or form. Something doesn't work out, and then they go on to the next, and not even thinking about the person's feelings and accepting the responsibility for
Right.
those feelings. Or I wonder why she bust the window out my car, because you hurt her feelings.
Right.
Or I wonder why.
Or she crazy. One or
Yeah,
the
she
other.
crazy.
Or both.
That's why I block you.
Right.
And you wonder why he blocked you because you hurt his feelings.
Right.
Like you didn't even acknowledge the fact that things didn't work out and that you possibly hurt this person's feelings, and you trying, and that was one of my questions today on my page. I asked, like as far as apologizing. When you did something wrong to somebody, how do you apologize? Do people even apologize even more?
People do apologize. I don't. And I don't accept apologies.
Okay.
It's very, very rare that I do.
So why don't you apologize?
Because I don't like to be apologized to. So I
Okay.
typically, well, I would say that I typically don't do things that I don't want others to do, but that's a lie too. So I ain't gonna tell that lie. But I hate being apologized to because most people,
okay,
not all, but most people apologize and then they do the same thing over again.
right,
So for me, the greatest apology you can give me is to not do or say whatever it is you're apologizing about.
right.
So if if you punch me in my chest and I'd be like, ow, that hurt, and you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, like I probably shouldn't have hit you that hard, and I'd be like, well, don't hit me that hard again. Well, if you 2 days later you punch me in my chest,
Again,
like, and then you
wasn't
apologize,
sorry for it the first time.
right?
Okay.
So that's why I don't apologize because
So
I'm just not gonna do it again if I feel there's a need to feel sorry, if you will.
So do you think you not apologizing sometimes can hurt relationships?
Yes, and it has.
Really?
Yeah, I've had plenty of people argue with me or get upset with me because I think it's so ingrained in our DNA, and then in having manners. You taught as a little kid, say I'm sorry. So I think people have it's a learned thing as well, and I feel like that's just what we do.
Right.
And because it's done so often, I think it kind of wears and wears until the point where you're numb to it.
Right.
And so I got to the point where it's like, yo, don't apologize to me. Just don't. If you're really sorry, just don't do it again.
Right.
But
no, I got you there because I've been apologized to on all different levels, whether it be professional, personal relationships, and like the same thing you just apologized for, you did it in a matter of minutes,
right.
a couple of days later.
Right.
So you really didn't mean it.
Right.
So
I
get you on that.
Or somebody will apologize and mean it, but they mean it in that moment, and they don't take it with them later on.
Right.
And so for me, I'm just
they didn't learn from that experience.
They didn't learn from it at all.
And that talks, life cycles. I'm always talking about my nonprofit is 360 degrees of victory, meaning that every life is a circle. Circle of life, Lion King. Woo.
Right.
So in that case, a lot of times, like you said, eventually that same issue that you had, I punched you in your chest.
Right.
You're gonna make me mad one day again. I'm punching you in your chest again. So why did I apologize for punching you when I know I'm gonna punch you again?
Right.
So I get it. I get why you say you don't apologize.
My friends.
At first I was like,
my friends hate it.
Don't apologize. What you mean you don't apologize?
And they hate it. They hate it.
Every single time they hate it. Do they understand though why you don't?
I think some of my friends do, but even the ones that understand, they still want to hear it. Because that's what, if you did something and you hurt somebody's feelings, say I'm sorry. And I get it, but at the same time, I saw a quote, and you probably heard it, teach people how to treat you.
Right.
And so with that, I want to teach you to not apologize to me with your words and rather with your actions.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm a control freak, so I like to kind of have things. Yeah,
What's your sign?
Oh God, I'm a Taurus.
A Taurus. Oh, see, y'all are bulls. Y'all bull-headed people.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus. I don't know too much about the sign. I just know every time I tell somebody, they be like,
yeah.
That's why you.
But y'all are very strong people. Y'all are known to be very strong people. And people have to know how to take you.
Right.
And I think the only way, my sister's a Taurus, and that's why I know that. She and I sometimes like oil and water, but at the end of the day, I know she got my back.
Right.
And she know I got hers.
Right.
I know her. And she is very strong-headed, and she's very business-minded, and a lot of things, I enjoy some of the characters of her, because she's she's a go-getter. She's very neat in her thing, in her craft. She sticks to one thing and she perfects it.
Okay.
Right? And I'm pretty sure that's what you do as well.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a type A perfectionist.
Right.
I'm more of a perfectionist over time, and I go ahead and start implementing until I am perfecting it. But I don't have to wait until it's perfect.
Right.
In order for it.
Yeah. That makes sense, because as time, things continue to grow. And that's what you're doing right now. You're growing.
This is true.
Yeah.
At 35.
Oh, see, I wasn't even gonna ask the age. So I usually don't like to ask the age question.
That don't bother me. I'm 35. I'll be 36 on May the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And still feel 27.
That's right.
I'm good.
Okay. So what is some things that you do to like, because you have to have a mindset to write, right?
I can put myself in the mindset to write.
Okay.
Typically throughout the day, I'll just jot down stuff, and I'm sure a lot of writers do that. They'll jot down notes and things of that nature. If I know I want to like sit down and write, either I'll turn on music, and typically it won't necessarily be a song per se. It'll be more of a movie score, or something of that nature, more melodic than a lot of words. Or I can just have, if I already have a concept, then I can kind of just sit. I watch certain scenes in movies sometimes, depending on what I'm writing about, to kind of get me in the mood of whatever it is I want to write.
Okay.
And then I just kind of go from there.
Oh wow. Did I? Yeah, my phone. So at some point, of course, I'm gonna reach out to Coco. She was on my last. We didn't make this ish up. Of course, she wasn't able to be here today, but I told her, I said, okay, we'll call you. We can chop it up because he was definitely interested in your ish. I got a quick question.
Okay.
Okay, the pearl earrings. What's up with that?
Oh, I do got my pearls in. I don't even be noticing. I mean,
is it a rhyme or reason behind it?
I just like pearls.
You like the pearls?
I'm gonna get me a necklace too.
Stop lying. So, okay, once again on the table.
No, I'm straight.
No, Metro's, it's a Metro.
People say metrosexual, but I don't get my nails done. I don't get my toes done.
So you're not that metrosexual.
Nah, I'm not.
But you're into fashion, though.
I do like some fashion. Yeah.
Some fashion.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm cool. I don't spend a lot of money on stuff. I'm not that type. Like I'll go to the thrift store and really go through, find me a dope coat.
Oh, frugal.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, definitely frugal.
Okay.
I don't spend money much at all. Like me and my brother are total opposites. Yeah. My brother, he loves the red bottoms. And it's cool. But I'm definitely frugal
when it comes to that. I feel you. I love nice things, don't get me wrong, but I will hit the thrift store too.
Right.
I got a lot of consignment shops that I'll hit when I go to different cities and states. That's one of the places that I would look up first before I look up the mall.
Okay.
Because, for example, Atlanta has, oh my God, so many awesome thrift stores.
I haven't been to Atlanta in so long.
Really?
Yeah, that traffic's crazy.
It is. The last time I was there, I had 3 headaches. The traffic was so bad. It took so long to get to one.
I can't do ATL traffic.
Yeah, ATL is crazy. But it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of stuff popping.
It is, and I will be taking my show there, so I'm gonna have to get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the near future.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, end of the year, or beginning of next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say this: is it something that sticks out that you want to just kind of tap into, that you want to talk about?
Nah, I'm following your lead right now. I'm following your lead. I ain't messing with you.
So I'm gonna look. I wanted to put it out there for the ladies because the ladies gonna be like, "Oh, I saw your show and there was this guy on there named Curtis." And
hey, tell ladies, look, y'all come on out to the show. That's what I need y'all to do. Come on out and get inspired. We take a picture together.
There you go. And maybe you'll hear one of his poems. It might.
You hear all of
it.
Touch your soul. Yeah, take that home with you.
So, do you meditate?
So I had a conversation about this recently. I meditate, but I meditate throughout the day.
Okay.
I don't really kind of sit and I drive a lot.
Okay.
And so typically while I'm driving, I'll meditate maybe 4 or 5 minutes at a time. Just I'll turn the radio off and I'll just be in my mental space.
Right.
And I know, and I've read a lot about meditating, and some people say you want to clear your mind and don't think about anything. But I typically meditate on something.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's interesting that you say that because the Bible talks about meditating on something, but also too, more so in the spiritual world, it tells you to clear your head. But I think clearing your head means that you're focusing on that one thing that you do need to meditate. Have that one clear thing that you want to focus on.
Right. So
yeah. So it's still the same.
Do you meditate?
Yes, I do.
Do you meditate that way, or do you be like
Both.
Okay.
Like I'll do both. I even like tell my kids like when they like my children like at 100 and they all over the place, especially my 9-year. I'll be like, go. Sometimes it's good to be still.
Right.
And for a moment, relax for a moment, allow the brain to slow down.
Right.
Because a lot of our children today, you know, they're like,
yeah.
you know, they got the Twitter fingers going on now.
Yeah, everything's quick.
Everything's quick. Mama, I want a soda right now. No, you can't have a soda. You know, we don't drink sodas.
Right.
So, you know, that kind of thing. Well, why Bobby drink a soda? And they come at you real quick because their mind is constantly going. And so a lot of times I just want him to just sit still. So I've been teaching my children how to meditate.
Mm.
And then another thing too, all these guys up here trying to be hardcore, like, yeah, I don't do all of this. Like, what do you say to these?
You know,
I think that's a sign of weakness, me personally.
Well, less than weakness, I would say ignorance. I would say more ignorance. On J. Cole's last album, K.O.D., he has a song where he's talking about that, and he's basically talking to a couple of his friends about pill popping.
Yeah.
And he goes into, and then I think the chorus goes in, he was like, you know, just try to like meditate.
Yeah. Get rid of them Percocets.
Right, and you know, he's saying it's not the coolest topic, but it works.
Right.
And so I think people, when you hear the word meditate, they automatically have a preconceived notion that it is, you know, which that is a type of meditating.
Right, it's a form.
But there's so many other forms of meditating. As you said, you could concentrate on one particular thing. So I don't know, because I've always, now that I look back, I didn't really know I was meditating when I was younger, but now that I look back, I've always been a meditator ever since I was a kid. I just didn't, you know, have a label for it.
Exactly, yeah. You were doing it the whole time. I know that too. I've been chopping it up with some guys or what have you in the past, you know, I would say probably in the past month or two, and a lot of them talk about like, you know, being stable, not only just physically but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You don't really hear guys talking about stuff on the spiritual side or mental side.
Right.
But I think that, like J. Cole is bringing it out, I think, and a lot of other artists are as well, even with Lil Wayne with his Carter 5, talking about, you know, them having a mindset, you know, your mind racing, but you, at the same time, you're asking God to help you because you're having these bad thoughts or whatever. So, like a lot of guys, I hope, who are listening can tap a little bit more into their mental health, because I found that the more stable you are mentally, the more stable your life becomes.
Oh, most definitely.
The more easier things become for you. You know what I mean? Even, you know, it's hard out here for guys. And I applaud especially African American men, because they deal with so much shit. Like, they gotta deal with so much stuff. So, like, I think that the more we bring it to awareness to people and say, hey, you know, it's really okay to, you know, have this time for you mentally. So that you can be able to be good for somebody else, because if you're not good for yourself, you're not good for anybody else.
And it's crazy you bring it up, because now I'm sitting here playing back all the conversations that me and my friends have had, or people that I've been around, and not one time can I recall having a conversation with a bunch of guys and we even mentioned the word meditate.
Really?
Ever.
Yeah.
So I think it's just,
because it probably is kind of natural, even though y'all don't even talk about it. Some of them probably already kind of incorporating that in their lives.
Right. But you know, men and women, we kind of look at things or talk about things openly a little bit different too.
Really?
So I think maybe it's just not in the culture of men to speak on those things. I saw
so what do black men talk about?
Everything else. Women, money, and then if you are around people who are business driven or goal oriented, you're gonna talk about that. That's sports.
And sports. That's
those are the four building blocks, if you will, of what guys talk about.
So what do y'all talk about the women? I want to know. As I get ready to call Mr. I'm just being curious. I just want to know.
I mean, you talk about women that if you met somebody new, you know what they're like, if they might have some potential. You know, if you're in a relationship, you don't necessarily talk about your girl a lot with other dudes. Outside of, they might be like, yo, how's such and such doing? You be like, oh, she good, whatever. Yeah, we went to the movies or whatever. But you don't really go in depth talking about your girlfriend that much. At least not from the people that I've been around, and also myself. You know, of course, if you know having sex with ladies, guys gonna talk about that.
Like how
you know what I'm saying? You gonna show a couple of pictures.
Sex?
What's good sex?
Yeah, like guys.
Man,
I know y'all chop it up a lot about that. Courtney, you here? Coco, what's going on? So you just tuned in. We are live.
Okay.
So I have here Mr. Curtis Hill.
What's going on, Courtney?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Courtney, he's single too, girl. Huh?
I know, right? You chickened out on me.
Okay, what you guys talking about today? What's the topic?
We've been chopping it up just a little bit about everything. You came in, the question was to him was, what do guys talk about when it comes to girls? What's the topic? What's their top 4 topics that men talk about, like when they're together? So one was sports, the other was girlfriend, girls. The other was money, and what was the last one? Kind of like entrepreneurial type stuff, business. If you're around business-minded people, you're talking business.
Right.
So that's where we are right now. So we were talking about like what, huh?
I said that's all that men talk about?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, if you get a bunch of guys together, we're going to be either talking about women, we're going to talk about sports, or we're going to talk about our goals. Those are like the main 3 things that we're going to talk about. Outside of that, you're not going to get